Hello, my name's Kyle and we want to say thank you for choosing American Paintball Coliseum to come in and play paintball. Before we get out onto the fields, there's a few safety rules that we want to go over to make sure that everybody here is safe today. Rule number 1, there's no throwing or shooting any paintballs outside of the fields, obviously for everybody's safety. If we catch you doing so, we may ask your group to stop playing for the day. So make sure not to throw paintballs outside of the fields. Rule number 2 are going to be the goggles. The goggles that we provide for you or that you've brought for yourself are for your safety, and they must be worn and worn at all times while you're inside of all of our netted fields here today. Obviously, this is going to be for your safety. We just don't want your eyeballs getting shot out, so you need to keep those goggles on at all times while you're inside all of our netted areas here today. There's signs that are posted up along the netted areas as to where you need your goggles on and when you can take your goggles off. And if you have questions, please feel free to talk to the field supervisor to go ahead, and they would be happy to show you where your goggles can be on and where your goggles can be off. Our third and final rule are going to be the barrel blocking devices, or what we call a barrel plug. They're the brightly colored plug that goes in the end of the barrel. The barrel plugs pull out of the end of the barrel and they push right back in. The barrel plugs need to be in the end of the barrel at all times while you're outside of the fields hanging out with your group. Just in case an accident does happen, then you're not going to be shooting somebody else's eyeballs out and nothing will come out of the end of the barrel. Here at American Paintball Coliseum, we're going to start off with the team versus team elimination style format. Basically, you're going to divide up into 2 separate teams. You're going to start on opposing sides of the fields with barrels pointing towards the ground. Once everybody's ready to go, let your field supervisor know by saying either ready or we're ready to go. After that, the field supervisor will go ahead and call 3, 2, 1, go. On go is when the game begins, and that's when everybody breaks out and starts shooting at each other today. How the rentals are going to work. The rentals are going to be semi-automatic. They're going to be, that means one pull of the trigger is going to be equal to 1 shot. All you have to do is just pull the trigger here, and that'll go ahead and fire the gun. A couple things that may happen while you're on the field that you can fix yourself. The first one is sometimes the bolt here gets dirt and junk, paint, things like that in it. Doesn't allow it to recock all the way. In order to fix that, so you're just going to pull the bolt back until it clicks. Another thing that may go wrong, and that is a common problem out on the field, is going to be the safety. The safety's right above the trigger frame, and if you use your right pointer finger, that will turn the safety off. Basically, there you should be able to see a red ring. If you see the red ring, that means that your gun will fire. If you cannot see the red ring, then that means that the gun is on safe and your trigger will feel like it is locked up. The hoppers have lids on top. You always want to make sure that before you walk away from your table, these lids are snapped shut and closed tightly. Otherwise, when you rig your gun up in the air, your paintballs will be all over the floor, and after that you wouldn't want to pick them up. Otherwise they might jam the guns. We also ask that you do not climb on any of the bunkers because the paint makes them slippery and that could cause you to fall. As well as we ask that you do not move the bunkers or shoot the airball bunkers up close. This is just to maintain the life of the field, and we want to make sure that our fields stay as nice as possible for future times that you come out to play. Here in just a second, your group will receive your rentals. You're going to go ahead and grab your gun, a mask, as well as however much paint you guys picked up. We'll get you to a clean section of tables, and then your field supervisor will help get you onto the field and playing your first game. As always, we thank you for playing at American Paintball Coliseum, and we hope you have a great time out there on the fields today.